Yeah. Okay. So how we doing? To people who are joining, how we doing? Thank y'all for tuning in. Another great teaching. And they suspend me, shoot, hey, it is what it is, I guess. Ain't nobody really tripping over that stuff, I guess. But it is what it is, though. To people who are joining, thank you. And welcome into the family. I really appreciate y'all. So I don't know how this live is going to go, honestly. But hopefully it doesn't get tuned out, doesn't get suspended. But for today, we are talking about 7 ways that can inspire you to work with the youth. And this also came from one of my supporters as well, somebody that I went live with as well on Instagram. And basically just discussing about, like, he asked me if I was able to make a video on the youth that you see right here. So that's exactly why, I'm making this teaching outside right now. Because, if you want to become more than just a person in society, like you want to be able to be something, become something, or what you already are by being a better person, start giving out towards the youth, because the youth need that. The youth need people like you and I, because, and the thing is too, I don't know who you are, but what I do know is that with our mindsets, with our love, the love we have not only for ourselves but other people as well, this can help just not only us grow, but it can help our children grow as well, and our whole bloodline for it to come, or what's to come. But thank y'all for tuning in, and thank y'all for the ones who follow me, who've been here since day one. You already know how this goes, man. So let's get into the video. Oh yeah, and for YouTube family, thank y'all for tuning in. To the ones who subscribe to my Patreon, thank you as well. Also, I started breaking out, so ignore the patch right here. It's all good. It is what it is. We still got to get this teaching taught. All right. First and foremost, already know, disclaimer, I am neither right nor wrong. So this is basically for the watchers, not for the viewer who's watching this or the consumer who's watching this, but the higher orders who are above producers. Just know everything I'm saying is neither right nor wrong. Once again, it's all perspective. It's all coming from a place of love. So you suspend this live video, all you're doing is telling on yourself. So please save yourself the time and just watch from afar and let me do my thing. I'm not here to harm anybody. I'm not here to promote anything. I'm not here to sell you anything. I'm not here to prescribe you to be this or that. All I'm doing is helping unlocking your mindset to the point to where they were allowing you to observe yourself to be asleep through a youthful manner. Because, and the thing is too, the video just started, by the way. So to the youthful manner, what do I mean? When you were a kid, you didn't have really anybody who was teaching you this in school, not including your parents as well. Because why would your parents teach you how to be an adult when they aren't an adult within themselves? Because for one, your mom, not saying your mom and your dad, but it's like there's somebody out there who, by them being an adult in their age, as long as we age as well physically, but mentally, they're still youthful minded, and they're older than you and I, which is amazing to me. And the thing is too, if you haven't been able to heal, just not only from your youth, but if you weren't able to find inspiration, not only in your household, but through social media or just your family dynamics or your friends or co-workers, whatever the case may be, if you even through a book, if you haven't found inspiration outside of yourself, if you had to go outside of yourself to find inspiration, you're never going to find it, because you should be inspired by who you were today. And I say who you were today because today does not exist. So meaning that, from one, we are all still in our inner child. And what do I mean by that too? It's an experience. For one, an experience meaning that you have to be able to mentally go back in time to want to heal and go through healing with the youth as well. When you go back in healing, not only through the youth, but through yourself as well, you become more youthful in that manner, because you're not only becoming more adult-like, because you have to mature as you age. And the thing is too, even with experience is the best teacher, because experience will get you into aging quickly, depending on where you are located in this dimension. The things that you've seen, the things that you encountered, that stuff will make you sit there and go through an epiphany. That's one of the things where children, they have to grow up really fast. So when they say, like, people now who are of adult age, they're saying, oh, the youth just doesn't, like, they don't know how to act. They act like they're grown and shit like that. Technically speaking, the child mind, like the ego of the child is literally God. So technically speaking, they are older than you. Spiritually they are, but some of them are not, because some of them are actually babies. So what do I mean as well? You got Because there's a mixture of just hybrids like that are walking this dimension. So you have, let me go and make sure too, because make sure okay, because I got PTSD from getting banned too many times. So when it comes down to, different hybrids, you have volunteers, meaning that spiritually you have many beings, speaking from experience, especially from you and I, we already transcended what reincarnation looks like, because of course your consciousness. So if somebody tells me I don't believe in reincarnation, that's good for you. I don't either, because what is it to itself? But either way it goes, you are consciousness. So the only thing that you can actually go through in life is the afterlife. You will go into more life because you are transmuting your energy into a different mental capacity, meaning that before you become older of age, any dimension, you have to go through a childlike manner. We all go through that, even animals, even a beetle goes to that same phase. A cricket, a bird, like you never seen a baby bird actually just walking around or just chilling or just tweeting out and about, because you're not out in nature to actually see their lifestyle. But you always see a bird from somewhere. You always see the youth inspired by something. So some bird was inspired by another bird to fly. If they didn't fly, they would die. So of course we had to let these kids become adults at a young age, but not too fast, because for one, you do need guidance. But some of these kids don't have any guidance. So if you want to step into this realm of wanting to work with the youth, you have to be able to, for one, be mentally, spiritually, and physically prepared for what's to come. Because for what's to come, these beings are not going to actually be nice to you, depending on how you look towards yourself and how you love yourself as well, because energy never lies. So when you first walk into that room, in order to inspire them, in order to actually work with them too, because you gotta understand too, you're not actually working with them, but you are guiding yourself through them, because this is not work, it's not a job. So now you may get paid to work with them, but you're not looking to get paid to work with them. That's the contradiction of money. Knowing who you are spiritually, you know that money cannot run your ego, because if it does, you know who you will become. So that's exactly why you're going through the delayed gratification phase of healing yourself through the youth. Now, that may be selfish, yeah, but is it also selfish to want to help somebody else outside of yourself? That also is selfish too. So what is being selfish? What is for the betterment of somebody else outside of you? That's not actually selfish to work on yourself through the youth, because for one, you are youthful through the youth. Duh. Like, without the youth, there is no future. So we are the future, existing in our parents' past right now to build for their future. So we need your guidance so we can help you guide yourself into that afterlife. Because for one, a lot of y'all are old as shit, no offense, but what I'm saying is y'all don't got much time left, and you still sitting here wasting time doing nothing with your lifestyle. You watching the youth go to work every single day, being consistent, following your footsteps. But when we do something different, you knock us for it. Nigga, we're trying to build an empire and you're shitting on my empire because your empire failed? What the hell is going on? You mad at my fault. Excuse my French, but I do not apologize for being myself. You mad at us because we're doing things, we're grabbing our nuts and saying, I don't want to work for nobody. How are you a boss working for a boss? Therefore, I want to do something for myself so that I can make sure that you don't got to work a day in your life again. But then you want to get mad and say, that's not a real job. That's not this, that's not that. Go work a 9-to-5 job. This is a 9-to-5 job. Getting up is a 9-to-5 job, because we all get up and we work on ourselves every single day. So jobs never existed. What would you be doing every single day? Working on yourself from 9 to 5. But 9-to-5s don't even exist to themselves, because right now, this is a 9-to-5 job right now. But the thing is though, I'm not working for a check. I'm working for your mindset so you can get infinite checks when I'm gone. They're going to have to silence me eventually, but they can't do it right now, because for one, I'm too youthful in a contradicted phase of their own enlightenment that they taught us to comprehend. That's exactly why our children cannot comprehend divinity yet. But when you understand the reflection of divinity, now you're working with their ego, because for one, children are childlike egos, because don't forget, they are basically God in the reverse Benjamin Button phase of their adulthood and the future, observing their past. So spiritually, they are in the higher observation, past the 9th dimension of their mind, observing their inner child at 1 through 5 years old, even 6 through 10. So their childlike egos being a reflection of divinity through the upside down phase of their root chakra, because for one, this is a reflection of divinity. Divinity is a contradiction. So for one, when I say that the youthful copy what is innocent and they wander off a lot. Understand that. So to work with that, you gotta understand that for one, they're going to be childish no matter what. That's a dilemma. That's how they figure out, who is their friend. That's how they see like who they're intrigued by, who they're scared of. what they don't know, what they want to know. Excuse me again. Damn. That's when they figure out, I like this person's ego, so when I do this, they find it funny. I like making that person laugh. I'm going to do it again. I'm going to do it again. Now, of course, they'll keep doing it, and this person will keep on laughing. Now, in the adult phase, our emotions are so watered down, like not all of us, but just some bitter adults out there, they're so, like their emotions are suppressed to the point to where when they see a child having fun, nigga, did I catch you having fun? That's why the Boondocks is like, that's the best mirror of just society in general. They need to make another season as well. But anyways, that's exactly how most adults are. Did I catch you having fun? Why are you laughing? Why are you having fun? So they'll get mad when children start yelling at the top of their lungs. They're kids. Now, of course, for me, I'm be like, hey, for one, get them to look. Hey, relax. Like, you good. Like, I don't mind you screaming, but my nigga, you're screaming at the top of your lungs and you're doing it continuous. Relax. Like, I understand you got emotion. Chill, just relax. Now some of those, they like, hey, shut the fuck up, shut that shit up. Damn, who talked to you like that when you were a child? Because you don't talk to a child like that. Or my fault, your younger self. Because don't forget, the moment you're talking, you are projecting trauma depending on how bitter your spirit is. See, that's the catch right there too. It's the higher self upside down as well as it's upside up. So if you're having a great mindset towards yourself, then you can reconnect with your inner child through them. And I don't mean that as a leechful way, but I mean that as a providing way, because for one, you're providing better energy towards their enlightenment. Because when they go home, we don't know what they go through at all whatsoever. Okay, cool. He's making sure we're still here. Good. We don't know what they go through. So if we don't know what they go through, then that means that for one, we're not too invested on what they had to come through once they come into the building or where we're working at. That's exactly why when you're reconnecting with your inner child, you'll be able to heal and reflect their divinity that keeps wandering off. Because it's going to wander off to the point to where their ego thinks that where they're drifting off to is the right path. But the right path has to be guided by your inner child as well, because you're in your adult phase of wanting to work with them. So once you're working with them, you are now going to be a copy of your youth. And once you're doing that, you'll be able to know that when you teach, then you'll be taught by their youth, because they are copying the youth within you. That's all this is too. The youth will be able to copy your youth by what you're teaching them through you, because you were taught you were basically taught what a teacher was teaching themselves through you as well. So you were also a kid, so you know how to be inspired by someone's youthful phase, because you were also in the youthful phase as well. So now when you're able to be taught, now you'll be teaching. When you're able to be taught, you'll be teaching, because you're open-minded. Now, the thing is, too, there is no right or wrong answer. That's the first thing a guide or a teacher will tell you. Because, for one, if you say an answer that I want to look for, and I tell you that's incorrect, that's going to bring you down as a student or the teacher. But it's like a real teacher would say, that's not a bad answer, but it's not the one that I'm looking for. So let me ask this again. And then when they give you a better answer, now it's just like we're making you critically think. So that's why when you see that, they're teaching you how to also critically think and be patient with them. Because guiding kids makes you learn patience, unity, love, and change. Understand that. So when you're guiding, because for one, kids don't even exist because they're actually just young adults, forgetting how they were already adults in their future till they got transcended from their physical adulterous lifestyle. So they have to go through their same restarting cycle again of their respawning of their spirit or their solar energy that was learned again because they didn't learn from their past life. So when you're guiding the adults, you're basically, because you're the adult as well, so you're guiding them, you're making them learn patience by being patient with you, because you see that the answer's right there. Now they may just, or like for example, they can't turn the computer on. You're showing them how to press the button on the thing to make it turn on. I can't find the button. It's just like, it's right there, but I can't find it. And so the thing is too, it's like you really don't, some people will get upset with that. But for you, you're so in tune with yourself. And the thing is too, this video is for the people who want to work with kids. So if you don't want to, you can just scroll off this shit. But even just for kids at home as well, like to even know them, like you have to just be patient and be like, you know what? Okay, you genuinely may not know where the button is, or I don't know if you're acting, but you know what? Let me just play the game with you, because by you, it's more tiring to even let that energy get you out of character. It's like, that's their reflection. They're going to be childlike. You can't get upset when children are going to act like children. Because for one, you have to be unified with the love you have in their unity, because that's where you begin to change. Because you're not only guiding them, you're guiding yourself through them as well, because it's a mutual exchange. So they had to go through things just as much as you. So when they come and see you, you're the highlight of their day. When they understand that, they're ready to be taught by what you'll be teaching. Because you understand that, for one, the only way to change is by being patient with the unified consciousness that is unconscious to how much they don't love themselves. That's the thing right there. Because, and that's the thing is too, that's why they're the best teachers, because these egos, they help you understand that you can't do it without them. They can't do it without you. So they're going to throw many haymakers at you. But that's the thing though. You have to build their future and their future while observing your future mind. When you're building their future and their future to observe your future mind, you are now going to do what? You're molding a kid's mind, and you're molding it into a leader for tomorrow. See, that's the thing too. Because molding, because their brain is a sponge. Now we also remember too, you're not molding it for your benefit. That's the problem right there. Because there are some teachers who are molding for their benefit. No. If you're going to mold a child's mind, you have to always speak in a contradiction. And that's the thing too, because for one, you gotta understand tough love. You gotta understand tough love, because if these future minds, if they're observing your future and they want to build their future like yours, that's not a problem with you, but it becomes a problem with you when the parent observing their future mind is being reflected from you. That's when it's a problem, because now the parents are like, who are you learning these things from? Who's telling you these things? Why do you know this? How do you know that? What's this person like? Oh, they work with you? I want to meet this person. Then next thing you know, when they see you, they're like, so you're the leader that's supposed to be molding my child's mind for tomorrow? Now, depending on what you say and how closed-minded they are, the thing is too, it's not your fault, because you're speaking out of a future leader role for tomorrow. Because for one, today doesn't, my fault on that. Today does not exist. So when you're building for them to be there today, tomorrow, your leadership will always, it'll accumulate tenfold, because you're not doing it for yourself. And they hate that. Because why are you helping my child when I should be helping my child the way you're helping my child? And the thing is, when you work with the youth, no matter where you are as well, you can be at your school, your job, your sports, even doesn't matter. There'll be some people that you will encounter, and they'll be like, why are you molding my child's mind? Because for one, my kid's mind is already made up by our decisions. So why are you choosing to go against what we told our child? For one, your child does not look at you as a parent anyways. They look at you as a scapegoat or escape route to, have a roof over their head, or just to have somebody to pick them up from school and feed them, and that's about it, really. But you're not actually a parent to your child. And the thing is, too, your child is telling me that. So you can't get mad at me for what your child is telling me about you. And on top of that, you can't get mad at me for what my spirit wants to do for them, because what's done for them is done through me, by them. So you can't get mad at me when I'm helping the youth through them. So you might as well get mad at them for being me. So I'm gonna be me through them as well. So it's like, as a parent, if you're upset with that, you can't get upset with that, because there are some people who will show up to your job just to observe and see why your child is obsessed with your future mind. And that's not your fault, but you're not in the now. You're helping them understand that when you get older, that's what really counts. Right now, when you're a child, like, you get a little pass on the back, you may get whooped, you may get spanked, all of that. But you gotta understand, for one, there's no building for their future if you can't even build for your future and the future and their future as well. Because you have to also build for yourself also, even outside of work. Because how are you doing things outside of yourself to not only please them, but please yourself as well? You have to go above and beyond, not only for the child, but for your inner child as well. Do things for you. You have to be selfish sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes. But then again, though, this is your life. So why not be selfish 24/7? But then again, though, do it with love. You don't mean to do it ill-intentionally, but if you feel offended by my selfishness, That makes you selfish then. Why are you mad at me because I'm being selfish towards myself? That makes you mad? Now you're selfish for being mad at my selfishness. Like, it's a spell. Understand that. Never forget that. So, now when it comes down to number 4, because for one, for you to build your future, you gotta understand as well though, when you are, because this is going to build into that, when you are teaching, you are also healing at their service. When you are teaching, you are also healing. Because understand, you will heal at their service, because don't forget, they work for you, you work for them. But they're going to need more things from you than you will from them. So technically speaking, you are, depending on how you decide to operate at that frequency, they are able to still listen to you and not take authority over you. But some parents don't understand that authority figure comes through the friendship they have for your kids. Your kids aren't your friends, but they're your children. So it's like, have that relationship with them, but don't stare out too far on what you got to do in order to guide them, because they're not your friends. So you can't talk to them and say things to them that you would to your adult friends or your family members, whatever the case may be. They shouldn't know that at that age, but eventually they will. So it's like, there's two sides to that coin as well. You can bring a child into a certain environment and they may adapt to that environment, because it's like, you want to show them what the world is like without hiding it from them. And there are some people who hide the world from their children because they know how the world is like, but it's like, you're only just hiding them from the bigger contradiction that they'll see when they get older. So when you shelter them from that and they actually get introduced to that, they're not healing till they go through the experience later on that you could have helped them see before the later on became a current situation. That's exactly why you will heal at their service, because you are working for them to help them become better than you. And if you don't want them to be better than you, that's a you problem. That's actually very bad. If you don't want anybody to be better than you, you have some serious work to do behind closed doors, because when you know how great you are, you don't compare yourself to anybody in this dimension, because nobody's better than anybody anyways. And you know that. So when you put in the work, you know that nobody's going to be able to put in the same work as you. So why do you care? On top of that, we're all one. So you should want to hear yourself about being one with themselves as well, because they want to be just like you and vice versa. They're inspired by you and you're upset with that because they look at you a certain way or they say certain things about you. Nigga, that's inspiration in all certain forms. It don't always got to be good. They're inspired by just how bad they look by seeing you. They get intimidated by you because you're already healed. So when you're already healed, their childlike egos don't like that shit, because they don't know you for one. You're in a new space. And in their mind, they like, oh, you finna just leave anyway, so we finna make you leave early. But then you so healed, you knowing like, hey, I'm not going for none of that. I don't care how young y'all are. Y'all niggas think y'all bad and this and that, or whatever y'all personalities are. That shit's dead today. They're like, oh shit, wait a minute, hold on, my fault. The other people, we used to just run all over them. But for you, you already know how tapped in you are, because you've been working with kids before you were even an adult. So it's like, I like this person. They won't tell you that, but in their mind, I'm gonna sit down and listen. Let me see what they got to say real quick. Now it's just like you're working with the ego that needs help, because they do need some help, including you and I. We both need help. Working with kids' egos helps you heal unknown wounds through suppressed emotions mentally. Understand that. So when you're working with the ego, it's going to help you heal unknown wounds. Because the thing is too, you're always going to have epiphany moments in the now. So even when you're seeing like why this child cries, for example, they may have a toy, and it's like, let's say they have like a Transformer toy or something like that, or like a Superman toy or a Barbie toy, whatever. The head pops off. They start crying. It's like, the thing is too, you're observing your future mind. Don't forget that, through their past and their future. You're observing it, they start crying. You like, okay. Depending on who you are, by the way, because if you're emotionally intelligent, you won't get mad at them crying. Now, some people are like, man, here you go always crying. What you crying for now? That ain't your child, first of all. Lose the attitude. Two, it's like, okay, why are you crying? Like, talk to me. And the thing is, too, there's more levels into unknown wounds that are actually suppressed. Because the thing is, too, they cry a lot around you because they're comfortable telling you their feelings, but they don't know how to articulate that mentally. because their emotions are just that dominant. And like I said earlier, we don't know what they go through at home. So when they see you, they're instantly noticing that you observe their emotions and you walk them and guide them through their articulation. So when they're crying, that's unknown to why they're crying, because they don't know that that's a wound that they had to put a Band-Aid over. So, okay, the Barbie doll head pops off. You start crying. But don't baby them. Tough love. Why are you crying? What's the problem? And it's just like, they're like, I don't understand that. I can't understand that. And they're sitting there like, it's like, okay, breathe, calm down. So they'll be like, so they're still crying. Let it work with, like, don't ever get mad. Come on, hey. Anyways, don't ever get mad at them working through their emotions. It's unknown to them. Hold on, let me make sure we're still here. Okay, good. So it's like and I appreciate you, Andy, for that, what you said too. I'll answer the questions when I get done with this. But it's like, yeah, so by them, that's unknown to them because they don't know their emotions. So they're sitting there crying, but you have to work with them. So just like, okay, you're crying. Okay, so what happened? The thing is too, that's why you have to observe. You have to always observe to see if they'll lie, because they will lie. But that's why I say though, even though we lie, we still tell the truth, because for one, this kid may say, I didn't pop the Barbie doll's head off, but the whole entire time you observed them pop the head off, but they don't know that the head would have came off. So they're lying, but they don't actually know that they're lying. So it becomes a repetitive cycle of what they get away with. You can get away with some lies, but the truth, when it's observed, you can't lie about that lie, because now that's the truth to their lies. So as you're looking, okay, it's okay. We can always put it back on. Now, if you can't, tell the truth. It's just like, oh, I'm not going to lie to you, Brittany. The head popped off. We can't glue it back on. What can I play with now? And it's just like, hey, look at me. Look. And then the thing is, too, eye contact. Because for one, you're healing at their service, because their suppressed emotions can't comprehend your emotional, mental capacity of an expansion of what you feel within yourself. So you make eye contact with them. Look at me. They're like, what am I going to play? It's okay, sweetheart. We got a bunch of toys to play with. Really? Because, see, you're giving them eye contact. Don't forget, this is a childlike baby of divinity. This is basically, I don't want to throw that name out there, but this is basically Satan's subconscious mindset, or basically my fault. This is Almighty God's subconscious mindset acting in the play. Like, they're basically actors. So all children, teenagers, including adults, are actors. So when you can see the play, this is because basically this is all Shakespeare, by the way. When you see, like, when you're healed, you know that the world is basically a Shakespearean play for principalities or angels that are basically demonic programs. I mean, they're right there too, because you know how this gets. Now, when you understand that they know that they can get away with certain things because they lie a lot, but you got to observe them. That's exactly why when you're working with them, you got to observe them mentally, because their emotions will tell on themselves. You got kids going back and forth over Yu-Gi-Oh cards. That's my card. I had it first. Whole entire time. Hey, why are both of y'all fighting? He did that. He did. Be quiet. One at a time. Robert, what happened? I had the Yu-Gi-Oh card first, and he took it from me, talking about it's mine. It wasn't even hit. Relax. Thank you. Daniel, what happened? For one, I didn't take the Yu-Gi-Oh card. I found it for... Okay. Is that it? Yeah. Okay. I won't cut y'all off. Good. So be it. All right. Who had the Yu-Gi-Oh card first? I did. No, I did. Okay. Where did you find it? I brought it from home. Okay. Who bought it for you? Now we dig into the emotions now, because we got to, first of all, get them on the same exact page, because now they're quickly thinking about the lies that they are emotionally unaware of, because they have suppressed it by allowing themselves to heal in the lie. So working at their service, you have to actually kill the lie at their age, because they're, my God, if the lie builds at a young age, they grow up being the liar. If they lie at a young age and you as the adult, if you don't knock that shit down immediately, those lies will build up till they die. And they will reincarnate right back into the same exact lie. We have to, because don't forget, all we have is today. Tomorrow, if we're not here, you better know where you're going. They don't know where they're going. So you have to be able to give them information instantly. Like, you have to make them think about their decision making. So it's just like, okay, why are you so Daniel? Why are you taking Robert's cards? Because I liked it. I got you. Thank you for telling on yourself. But I found it. But see, you told me that you found it, but then you also stole it. And you didn't tell me that you stole it. Stealing is bad. That's why I didn't want to. Oh, now you're telling the truth. I won't fault you for that. I forgive you. You knew that it was bad to steal, and you stole because the card looked good, because your mom or your dad or whoever can't give you that card. So for you to get that illusion that you are infatuated by through Robert, Daniel, you stole that card. Stealing is bad. You know what happens when you steal, Daniel, when you get older? No, you go to prison or you end up in a casket. And that sounds harsh, but I'd rather tell you that now. So that builds up. So I wanted to actually scare you, because when it scares you, you won't steal again. So because in some countries, no matter what age you are, if you steal, you get your hand chopped off, you get your head blown off, you get your feet amputated. So we should be thankful that we don't get stoned for just stealing just little things like that. Some people better be lucky that they got to do community service or a slap on the wrist, or they go to like jail for some days or a month or whatever, and they go back home. Niggas better be thankful that we don't get our shit cooked because of these decisions that we make. So if you tell them early, you will either die or you will go to prison or you'll go to juvenile for what you're doing right now. And you will have a hard life behind bars. They'll ask some questions now. Excuse me, because you're healing their suppressed emotions that they were mentally aware of once again. Now I understand as well, your consistent influence is their power. Because for one, you're so consistent by being a powerful influence that you are influencing them to be themselves through you, because you're yourself 24/7. That's how powerful you are. You're so powerful that they think that your influence is consistent because they see you as a powerful being of contradicted light. Your energy plus your actions will shape their illusion. Be their contradicted light. Understand that. Your energy has to be so high that your actions will mold their illusion. Because every single day, because it's like for me, even when I fast, when I fast for more than 4 days, I feel like I'm just in heaven. I'm levitating. Even right now, I'm levitating right now. And I think so you may be like, nigga, you still on the ground. Even when I'm on the ground, I'm still high up. But I'm still suppressed mentally and physically. But spiritually, I'm levitating everywhere. I feel above the ground. I feel like I'm floating on water. I feel like I'm walking on the water. I feel like I am the water flowing within myself. That's exactly what fasting from light just means to me, just by grounding, being outside of nature, teaching. Doesn't matter who views it. I feel good about that. It gives me some clarity mentally, spiritually, and physically. So you can't beat that feeling. That energy keeps me high up on a high vibration, because don't forget, this is all vibrations. We are the simulation, comprehending unconscious vibrations of different light codes and dark codes combined together through feelings and actions and thoughts. Your thoughts will mold and shape your actions into reality. It's all energy warfare anyways. What you do with your energy before you see those kids determines your actions throughout the day. So when you say spells thoughtfully, when you say, I'm going to have a great day, I am this, I am doing that, I am thankful for this, I am gracious to have this, I am grateful to be this. When you think to yourself, I am this, I am this, I am that, I am whatever. When you say that every single day before you go to work, they have to stare at you 24/7, because they understand that, for one, your energy is going to do an influential action that's going to shape their illusion to copy the action. So for example, when I work with them, I see a kid do something, just part-time by the way, and I see them do something, I just be like, you're a rookie for that. And as parents, they be like, he's a rookie for that. And I'd be like, you don't have to mock me, but I forgot. My energy and my actions are shaping and molding their illusion, because I'm a contradicted light. So it's like I have tough love for them. You're not my kids, but if you were my kids, I'll discipline you like this. And they love me for that. And they will love you for that too. You want to work with kids as well. Or if you have kids of your own. They're not your friends, but you want to guide them towards better friendship towards their friends. I don't want to be your friend. No, I'm a guide. I'm not here to be there for you. I'm not here to do this or that. I'm just here to help you know who you are. That's all I care about. And if you get injured, I got to pay for that. So I'll be damned if I let somebody hurt you and you ain't my child. I'll take a bullet for you and you ain't my child. That's how much love I have for that child right there. Because we are a contradicted light. We had to teach them enlightenment through a dualistic perspective. So when they rebel against you, let them. Because then when they decide to go with that rebellion, they'll rebel against that rebellion. When they rebel against your guidance, their rebellion will be rebelled by their rebellion, against their own rebellion. How can you rebel against me, go with your rebellion, and then you still contradict that light and come right back to my guidance? That's how I know that you're influenced by illusions. Don't ever forget that. They are influenced by their illusions. They are influenced by their illusions. And you have to play the part of their illusion as well, because their illusion also helps guide you into your illusion. Because you're just being a better you. You so powerful in your energy every single day. When you get home, you drain. But that's how much you're working on yourself, for yourself, because you don't understand that every single day you show up for them, they see you as a famous icon. They won't tell you that, but them being in your presence, that's just love for them. Because their parents don't love them for them. Their parents don't let them be weird. So when they're sitting there spazzing at the table eating snack, just watch them. And like they'll laugh at them with you. Cause it's like, yeah, they make fun of each other, but it's just like they're only doing it because that's their form of love. They want to see how tough they are mentally, how tough somebody is mentally. But then when you say, hey, cut that shit out, or cut that out. All right, my fault, just playing around. Don't do that. They don't like that. Okay, my bad. I say sorry. I'm sorry. Because you know better. All they need is some guidance. They can go ahead and play, have fun, but then when it gets too personal, let's dead that right now. Y'all, you being too mean. Stop being mean. You being nasty. Don't do that. That's ugly. Don't be like that. That's why you have to always be consistent. 24/7. Now, exist in a living illusion mentally. Understand that. The key thing too, I'm gonna put a star by this bad boy. Because this, even just in your day-to-day life, exist. Even though I'm working right now, I'm existing in my working phase because spiritually, I'm not even actually here. I'm only here physically, so it's not a job to me. Like, it was a chosen call from divinity to get us into existing in the living illusion of our moments, momentarily. Kids will remind you to embrace life with joy and being curious and disciplined. When you're disciplined, they will hold you disciplined as well. So if you know you shouldn't be eating meat or whatever the case may be, you tell them about what's in the meat, etc., etc. They'll start taking that advice and then they'll start running with it. But then when they see you eating it, they'll be like, hey, isn't that meat? Why are you eating it? Now you got to sit there and check yourself like, damn, you did tell them not to eat meat and here you are about to eat it. What you going to do about that? Take their guidance too. Because they only learn from you. So it's like you can't even get mad. It's like, you know what? Knowing you being a teacher, you being a guide for their guidance, you got to adapt them up. Like, you know what? I respect you for even looking out. Because it's like, some people will let you eat that shit. But then they say like, hey, don't eat that. Remember what you told us? You're right. Good looking out. I got you always. That's their mindset. And then the thing is too, when you blow up for just being, like when you blow up in life and you become known for just working with the youth, when they get older and their life is more enhanced than yours, nigga, what? You never know. They may just bless you with a lifestyle that you never experienced before because you were just being yourself. Like, those things actually do happen. And the thing is too, you're not doing it for that. But children, when they grow up and they noticed you, notice them, they'll notice you when you forget to notice them. They'll be like, hey, I remember you when I was a kid. I got something for you. You be like, you don't gotta do all that. I got you. Damn. You like, nigga, You don't even got to do, no. When I was a kid, you helped me through so much. And they remember that. That's what it's all about. The illusion. You have to live in it momentarily. Every single day is going to be a battle. It's going to be a struggle. They will be emotional. They'll be mean. They'll be depressed. They'll be sad. They'll be anxious. They'll be nervous. There's so many emotions in the room, but they will remind you to just embrace the journey. That should bring you joy by being in the moment momentarily. Because you're embracing life with them by just being curious of your own discipline. By you being curious of what they're embracing through their illusion, that's helping you stay disciplined mentally and what you got to control, and that's just being in your thoughts. Control the now. Life is literally a journey of the present moment before you even get to that moment of where you already want to be at. Those prayers that you pray about, they already are answered. That meditation session is already answered as well. Where you are right now is where you're meant to be. They're here for a reason, because the thing is too, the moments you pray for, they're here right now. So why are you not thankful for the right now? Be thankful for every single thing that you're going through, because once you experience a moment with them, they will remind you to embrace being joyful when they see you down in your future. Hey, Mr. So-and-so, Miss So-and-so, you remember me when I was young? Yeah, how you doing? And the thing is too, they can see the look on your face of how life has been beating you down. But now here they are to pick you right back up. You tell me that's not something to work hard for? That to me is inspiration. When you're down on your feet, the child that you help guide, they're guiding you. And they're still being a student to your teachings, my nigga. That's a true guru. That's a true wizard. That's a true master in mastery and alchemy. When a student becomes a teacher, they're still being taught through their studious ways by your teachings as a student and a studious teacher. Always remember that curiosity will always bring you joy. We can never diminish their mindset for being curious, for being themselves. We should always love that and embrace that. Okay, cool. All right, and last but not least, this is a chosen calling for divinity. Always remember that. Many are called, but few are chosen. So you have to be chosen to even want to do this. You have to go through background checks. You got to get all this stuff done before you even go into that realm of just working with kids. And the thing is, too, you have to guard them with your life, because there are a lot of predators out here who are trying to work in these fields. And you have to watch out for these motherfuckers out here, bro. These people are weird and deceitful. Caring for the youth is... Get the hell... Get off my shit. Excuse me for killing your image. Caring for the youth is peace. Whoa. Okay. Caring for the youth is peace towards your spiritual journey. It's not a job, but a responsibility. It's not a job, but a responsibility. When you're caring for the youth, the most important thing in life that we should all want to master is peace. Because that peace brings you more divinity up out of this realm. And caring for peace brings you more peace from divinity. Because then you begin to have a phone call with divinity. Because now you are chosen to have that conference call with divine beings, because you're doing what? You're caring for the youth. Because you're at peace with your inner child. You already healed yourself. You already beat the game of life. So the side quest for you now, for your main mission that you still want to follow if you choose to replay the mission, your side quest now to beating the full entire game for more accolades, more trophies, more achievements for yourself, is to not only be at peace with yourself, but then towards your spiritual journey. Because don't forget, you are observing a physical journey of illusions. So like I said earlier, you were never here to begin with. You are just a thought in somebody else's mindset. So when you're gone, all you will be is a thought in somebody's mind. So were you ever here in the first place? Yes and no. That's how deep the spell actually gets. The spell gets so deep, you want to be happy because you accomplished something. Why are you happy for what you already accomplished before you accomplish that accomplishment? So it's kind of hard to be happy when you already knew that you would accomplish what you're getting right now through your achievements that were already accomplished before they were achieved, and your accomplishments. It's not a job, but a responsibility to be a better you every single day through them. If you don't want to be a better you, then stay away from them. Because you're not ready to grow up. You're not ready to heal yourself. You're still a child in your mindset. And you're never going to heal them till you heal yourself. When you heal yourself, they'll know the journey of healing by being themselves, by following you. That's how influential your contradicted light is in their powerful ways of telling you they love you, no matter what. And you're not even their mom or their dad, and they still love you. How is that possible? When you're just being yourself. So that's all I got for this teaching. Thank y'all for tuning in. And yeah, so now we'll just have some more questions, basically. Well, we just answered some questions, so yeah. If y'all tuned in, thank y'all for watching. All right. Let me go ahead and sit down. Yeah, I got some questions and all that. Feel free. If not, we can end it. I'm gonna flip the camera. All right, boom. Thank you for the gift as well. I appreciate you. But yeah, thank y'all for tuning in. That was really enticing, and I appreciate y'all. If there's no more, if y'all got any more questions, and if y'all feel good at teaching, that's fine with me. But that's the case. Before we do end it off, though, I just want you to always remember too that no matter what, you're doing this. Like, whatever you want to do in life, you're doing it. And I don't want to talk your ear off, but just some motivation for a Sunday. Whatever you want to do, whatever you think that you can't do is what you really can't do. But when you think that you can do something, then you know that what you can do is already done. Because what you're doing right now has been done by what you're doing right now. Because what you're doing right now is building for a better you. So how can you build for a better you for tomorrow? When this live ends, what will you do to sustain your lifestyle? What will you do to be a better man or a woman for your mom or your dad or for your children or for yourself? What will you do to work hard every single day? It gets tiring, it gets frustrating. It becomes a point to where you sometimes question if you're actually doing good or if you're doing great in life. Never question how great you're doing, because for one, you're doing so great, you're still living. That's the best mission of all time, by you even being alive at whatever age you are. There are some people right now who haven't even made it past 1 year old, and we're not thankful for that. Be thankful for just the basics. Be thankful for just somebody even tuning in to even hear your thoughts when you're just thinking out loud. Do their out loud process of their mindset. When you're doing things for a better you, you become a better you by just being better through them. And they'll become better through themselves by being just like you. And they don't got to be just like you. No matter what you're going through, stop making excuses for yourself. We have work to do. We got shit to accomplish. If you want to accomplish it, you cannot do it just sitting on your ass all day, sitting in your thoughts. You cannot just accomplish your duties by sitting in your thoughts. You have to actually put the work by having faith in what you know through action. When you have studious actions, by teaching yourself, by being more than just an action doer, but you're doing what you were ordained to be destined to do, that helps you accomplish the things that you want to do. Because when you're accomplishing these things that have already been done, you are now doing things that can't be done by other people. That's how powerful you are in your own influence. So how influential will you be, not only towards yourself, but your family, your friends, your coworkers, these kids, the people in the outside world? What are you doing to stop being comfortable in what you were living in? It has to get done. You have to start loving yourself again. Stop making excuses for yourself. You're better than that. No matter what you look like, no matter what you feel about yourself, who gives a shit? You are the observation living in observation. So what are you scared to observe your lifestyle for? When you chose it as a chosen one. Have a great day, God and Goddess.